Hello everyone and welcome to the Triad Pro-Am Summer League for 2014. We're here in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, and we are getting ready to tip off here on Court 1 between Salem Smiles and the Home Whites and Blue Chip Basketball Academy, who are wearing the dark blue jersey for this game. With most Summer League action, there really isn't a home and away team, but we've got to separate the teams somehow, and that's how we're doing it for this first game. And we will get underway. I think we have some roster changes, which is also common for Summer League, but we will do our best to get you up to speed as quickly as possible. You're watching the Triad Pro-Am Summer League. I am Marcus Shockley with Netcast Sports Network. You can follow us on Twitter at Netcast Sports, and I hope you'll do so. You can visit netcastsports.com, sign up for the mailing list, and you can be up to speed on when we have these broadcasts live and replay, AAU, Pro-Am, high school, that sort of thing. And Vasil Evtimov, number 71 for Blue Chip Basketball Academy, is getting ready to tip off. I think he's been added to the roster. He's going to be jumping against Devin Thomas, number 48. Devin, 6'9" junior from Wake Forest, wins the tip. And we are underway with the first game here. Battle inside there. Devin Thomas working against Evtimov, decides to kick it back out to Darren Kettner, who gets it over to A.J. Highsmith. Highsmith's shot is no good, and Evtimov with the rebound. Evtimov with a little shovel pass over to Madison Jones, gets it in the corner. So neither team able to find the bucket here early. Still scoreless. We played about 30 seconds here in the first game. Laprice Lynch, deep outside shot, no good. Alan Jones with the rebound there, number 22. Jones is going to keep it. So we are underway. Both teams trying to find probably trying to find a little offense, trying to figure each other out a little bit. You know, these guys are pretty familiar with each other, but you know, I'm sure they're trying to find their roles on these rosters and see how that goes. Laprice Lynch tried to drive and was able to keep his dribble, gets it inside to Devin Thomas, and Devin wants to shoot over Vasil Evtimov, but shot is no good, so still scoreless here early on in this action. Salem Smiles going against Blue Chip Basketball Academy. Madison Jones, he wants to drive, spins, finds, cutting Vasil Evtimov, and Vasil's shot is no good, and it looks like they're going to call it a turnover. I guess it went out of bounds. So now Laprice Lynch, number 12, is going to keep the ball and bring it up. Laprice is 6'4" shooting guard. Gets it over to A.J. Highsmith. Now to Darren Kettner. He feeds it inside to Devin Thomas. Thomas stops. Shot over Evtimov. No good. Going the other way. And he's got teams trying to move the ball around. Alan Jones trying to power it over Devin Thomas. The larger Thomas able to defend effectively. And we had a player crash in there and knock A.J. Highsmith to the ground, and that's going to be a foul. So still scoreless. We've played over 2 minutes. Neither team able to find any offense yet. You're watching Salem Smiles against the Blue Chip Basketball Academy. And there's our first bucket of the night. I believe they'll give him those points. That is Sam Buckner, number 9. He's going to go to the line. And I think he's going to get the opportunity for a three-point play here. We'll see if they give him the bucket. And they do. So Buckner to the line. And he finishes off that three-point play. So 3-0 as Salem Smiles strikes first here in the scoring column. And we've got a stoppage in play on the other end. Way over the top to Vasil Evtimov. He's going to shoot a deep outside shot. No good. Rebound by A.J. Highsmith. Highsmith played his college ball at Appalachian State University. And he's known for his deep shot, but unable to find the range there. Battling Devin Thomas with the rebound. Gets it up to Laprice Lynch. Lynch scooped it up and no good. So Lynch is going to draw the foul, and that's going to send him to the line. So Priest Lynch, number 12, at the line. Played his freshman year of college at Francis Marion, and I believe he is transferring. I spoke to him earlier tonight, and I think he's headed to Leave McRae. I'm not sorry, LaPriest, if I've gotten that incorrect. I do apologize. But LaPriest played his high school ball at Mount Tabor here in Winston-Salem, and if I'm not mistaken, I know they made a deep run in the playoffs his senior year, but if I'm not mistaken, I believe that all 5 of the starting players on that Mount Tabor team went on to play some level of college basketball. A couple of those players are in this Pro-Am. We've got Cortez Duncan with the ball. Get over to Jones. Jones into Evtimov, and Evtimov's shot no good. Gets it. Now we've got LaPriest going the other way. LaPriest known for his ability to get inside, but he's unable to score. And Evtimov with the rebound with that little no-look pass out to Madison Jones. Jones with the Euro step up and under and good. Nice little Euro step and finish by Madison Jones, the 6'1" junior from Wake Forest University. Now we've got another Wake Forest player, Devin Thomas, working, keeps his pivot foot down and gets it up and under over Evtimov. So Duncan up, tries to thread the needle there, and LaPriest Lynch with the steal, gets it over the top to Buckner. Buckner up and under and good. Nice little scoop shot there by Sam Buckner. And now we've got a little lead here. We had slow offense in the beginning, and now it looks like Salem Smiles is kind of clicking at the moment with under 16 to play. And Madison Jones, he loses his footing but gets it to Allen Jones. Jones wanting to get inside. Runs into trouble, so he gets it back to Evtimov. Evtimov with that behind-the-back pass to Jones. Jones' shot off the side of the rim, and here's LaPriest Lynch again with the rebound. Gets it up to Devin Thomas. He pushes it back to Lynch. Lynch, deep outside shot, in and out. Darren Kettner with the rebound and up and under, and that's going to send Kettner to the line. Darren Kettner, who played his high school ball at Calvary last year. And they have stopped the clock, and I don't think that's what's expected. Normally they would keep the clock running, but I'm sure there's no complaints from the players at this point. Probably most likely attributed to opening night, opening night issues, just some lack of, consistency. But I think over the course of the Pro-Am, you'll probably see that ironed out. So this event has been taking place in Winston-Salem for quite a number of years. I believe this is the first year they've had it at this facility. Here's LaPriest again in transition. There's a foul call there, and it looks like they're going to get LaPriest for the charge. Madison Jones over the top to Vasil Evtimov, but no good. And there's a call here, and I think they're going to run it back. So it'll stay with Blue Chip Basketball Academy. Now Madison Jones to Evtimov. Now we're back with Jones. He wants to work it. Here's Allen Jones. Over to Cortez Duncan. Allen Jones inside. Has always had an ability to finish with contact in the paint. He shows it right there. Even in high school, Jones was a power player inside. Currently plays his college ball at Lenoir-Rhyne. Did a stint before Lenoir-Rhyne, I believe, at Massanutten Academy up in Virginia. And here he is at the line trying to cut into that lead. Offense hasn't really been coming for the Blue Chip team so far. But that can change in a hurry. Now there's Highsmith with the rebound. He's going to keep it. He likes that deep outside shot, and he shows you why right there by just drilling that three-pointer. Here's Duncan. Feed inside to Evtimov. He wants to work, but then finds Madison Jones. Jones keeping it, gets into trouble, and they're going to call a walk on Madison Jones. Jones out of the Raleigh, North Carolina area. familiar to Wake Forest fans. And now we've got Alston Furr in at number 19 with the ball. Works around Colton Bishop. And Bishop is playing on a couple of teams tonight before he heads up to Maryland to play for Loyola Maryland. Evtimov looking with Furr. Over to Jones. Duncan's shot no good. Now Alan Jones with the rebound. Over the top to Evtimov. That's the second deep shot from Evtimov so far tonight. But he hasn't been able to find that range. Furr over to Thomas. Thomas's shot out, and it's going the other way. So 12:48 left to play here in the first half. You're watching the Triad Pro-Am Summer League 2014. Salem Smiles in the home whites versus Blue Chip Basketball Academy in the away blues. So right now, Blue Chip really looking to find some offense that will work for them. They have not had a lot of luck. Sitting on 4 points now for a while. Inside to Evtimov, and that's a good idea. Evtimov able to use his size. Had a little bit of a mismatch in there, but wasn't able to finish. That's going to send him to the line. Evtimov sporting his Carolina blue Nikes tonight. Probably an homage to his days as a Tar Heel. And so he gets those points. And as I said earlier, normally they have a running clock, but at least in this first half, they've been stopping the clock, which is good for Blue Chip. So that lets them cut into the lead with the clock stop. And Basil hits both of those free throws. Here's Devin Thomas. Gives it up to LaPrice Lynch. Lynch's shot drained it. Nice looking shot by Lynch to just stop and hit from that mid-range. Stretches the lead out 18-6. Here's Evtimov again. Tried to go over the top, no good. Rebound by Devin Thomas. Thomas tries to push the ball ahead, and it's going to stay with Salem Smiles. 11:40 left to go here, first half. Thomas to Lynch. For the rebound, it looks like we got a foul, and Seth Courts is going to inbound. Now Duncan going to bring it up. So here we go again. This is actually the second time I've seen this. It looks like they're having some issues with players inbounding the ball too quickly. I'm not clear what the issue is there. But so Blue Chip looking for some offense here before this game gets out of hand. Courts outside. Shot is good. And that will help. That cuts the lead to 9, 18-9. Once again, Sam Buckner now back in. He's running the point. Gets it over to Darren Kettner. He finds Devin Thomas. Back to Kettner. Kettner shot no good, and we've got Courts with the rebound. That shot is good by Colton Bishop. So Bishop providing a little offense as well, and that cuts the lead to 7. There's Buckner over to Kettner. Kettner stops, shoots from the elbow. No good, and rebound. And now Blue Chip is looking to capitalize on some of these defensive stops. But Courts gets into trouble, and Bishop is able to keep it from getting into the backcourt. Finds Evtimov. Evtimov wants to work, and he finds a cutting Duncan, but no good. Evtimov over the top, banks it off the side, and gets the 2 points. So just like that, Blue Chip has found some offense, and they've cut it to 5, which is good news for them. It was slow going there at first, but they've got a few things working here. Still, though, Salem Smiles with that lead, and here's Devin Thomas. Almost had the open look, but then Evtimov with those quick hands slaps it away. Now they're going the other way. Duncan to Kevin Weckworth, I believe. Now here's Sam Buckner. Nice little shot by Buckner. Off the rim. I mean, off the backboard. Ports, little stutter step. Stops, shoots over Will Copenhaver. Rebound by Evtimov. Still a 5-point lead. Under 9 to play here in the first half. Scoop shot. Good by Duncan. And we've got a side out here. 8:40. Clock is stopped. Once again, you're watching the Triad Pro-Am Summer League 2014. I'm Marcus Shockley with Netcast Sports Network, and I appreciate everyone joining us this evening. Sam Buckner directing traffic. Calls for a pick, but that pick didn't quite work out the way he was expecting. Ran into his own man, and now going the other way, and that looks like Kevin Weckworth. Cuts it to 3, and will be going to the line to try to eat into that lead just a little bit more. And Blue Chip chipping away, and looks like they've climbed back into this game. Kevin Weckworth. So I apologize. I think I said he had an N1 situation. Looks like he's shooting for 2, so he'll have another shot coming up here. And that shot's good, so cuts to 2 points. And here's AJ Highsmith working against Seth Courts. And here's Duncan over the top to Weckworth. Try to get it back to Jones. And now Madison Jones shot in and out, and we're going the other way. Here's Devin Thomas. And Devin with a little hesitation, and he fooled the defense into thinking he was going to stop and give the ball up, and then as they relaxed, he cut to the basket and scored. And we've got a bucket on the other end as well. So still a 2-point lead, under 8 to play. Priest Lynch trying to work the edges. We've got an inbounds play here. So Blue Chip Basketball Academy has worked their way back into this game, now only trailing by 2. They are the guest team, the away team on the scoreboard, and Salem Smiles is the home team. And there's Devin Thomas, and he's going to try to go under the basket, and he's going to draw the foul. So Devin Thomas at the line, 48. Second shot coming for Devin Thomas. That shot is good, so that pushes the lead back out to 3. Just over 7 to play. Madison Jones. Deep shot, no good. Buckner. Ball slapped away by Duncan in the open court, but Buckner able to get it back. Gets it up to Highsmith. Now here's Alan Jones, and he tried to feed it up. A little touch pass there from Kevin Weckworth to Madison Jones. It's a nice little touch pass there by Weckworth. Gives Jones the open look, and that cuts the lead to 1. With 6:30 left to go. Rebound by Jones. Madison Jones. Looking against Buckner. Jones really showed an ability to get in there to the lane, but wasn't able to score. Now we've got Laprice with the Euro step on the other end, and he scores up and under by Laprice Lynch. That stretches the lead back out to 3 for Salem Smiles. Inside to Alan Jones, and Jones' shot is good, and that keeps the game tight with a 1-point lead. Blue Chip basketball would really like to get a lead here after working their way back from a pretty sizable deficit earlier, but Caprice Lynch has other ideas, tries to go over the top. No good. Jones with the rebound. Madison Jones really wants to push it, finds a cutting Kevin Weckworth. And then we've got a technical foul on Madison Jones, I believe. I'm not sure what was done or what was said, but Blue Chip basketball gets their first lead of the night, and it's a little bittersweet as we have a technical foul, and that's going to probably result in a shooting situation here on the other end. And A.J. Highsmith, an excellent free throw shooter here to take these free throws. First shot is good for Highsmith. Gets us all knotted up at 26. Second shot for Highsmith is good, and that. So the lead for Blue Chip was fleeting. They fought all the way back, got that 1-point lead just seconds ago, and just like that, a technical foul gives Salem Smiles a chance to regain the lead behind the sharp shooting of A.J. Highsmith there and his ability to hit those free throws. So Salem Smiles back in front now by 1 with 5:36 left to go, and the ball. You're watching the Triad Pro-Am Summer League for 2014. Nice timing there by Caprice Lynch. He tried to go over the top, and I think he's going to be called for a foul or over the back, or a push. I guess there's no such thing as an over the back, but so a little bit of a wasted opportunity. So Madison Jones makes up for that technical foul by putting his team back up by 1. So now we've got a back and forth game, 28-27. Blue Chip Basketball Academy with the lead. Now here's Jones. Jones has been the real focal point of the offense in the game here the last 2 or 3 plays, and a no-look pass to the outside to Seth Courts, and that is good. And now, just like that, Blue Chip has built a 4-point lead after being down early in the first few minutes of the game. Now here's Caprice Lynch working against Weckworth. Caprice's shot is no good, and Madison Jones is really looking to push the ball and finds Alan Jones, and Jones has been really sure-handed under the basket there, and he stretches the lead out now to 6 for Blue Chip basketball. So now Salem Smiles, they've got to figure out how to get some stops and how to get some offense going. And here's Caprice Lynch, cross-court pass over to Kettner, then to Buckner, and now to Highsmith. And Highsmith's shot no good. Kettner with the tap gets it to Alston Furr, battle inside, and there's a foul call on the floor. And I believe that's going to stay with Salem Smiles, and that's going to send Alston Furr to the line. .403 left to play. Furr not able to cut into that lead. Second shot coming here. No good. Rebound by Evtamal. Madison Jones showing an excellent first step there and then finds the range. So earlier in the game, he wasn't able to get those buckets to fall, but now he's definitely getting them to go down. And it's been the difference in the last few minutes is his quickness on the perimeter. Now here's Alan Jones. Spin move and up and under, and Jones, a nice looking move, but no good, and he drew the foul. So nice move by Alan Jones, and he's going to the line. We've got about 3.5 left to play here in the first half. So now I see the clock is running again, and it stopped momentarily. do believe that's correct. I believe the clock should be running until the last 2 minutes, so we may see that continue to be the case. We'll see how that plays out. Now here's Devin Thomas. He wants to get an inside step on Evtimov, and he does so. Nice recognition of Devin Thomas to see the defense getting out of position. Now here's Madison Jones, looking for those openings. They've been working for him. Look for a split second like he might try to feed it inside, but keeps the ball, and it bounces around the rim, and he gets the bucket, and his team is up by 7 now. Here's LaPriest Lynch inside. Scoop shot by LaPriest Lynch is good. LaPriest Lynch with a nice little move to the basket and cuts the lead to 5. 2:36 to play. Once again, we've got Madison Jones with the ball, running the point for Blue Chip basketball, working against Alston Furr. A little step back shot by Madison Jones, and right now Madison Jones is on a hot streak, just almost unstoppable at this point. Salem Smiles has got to figure out a way to slow down Madison Jones' scoring. Now here's Devin Thomas over to Kettner, who finds A.J. Highsmith. Highsmith's scoop shot is no good. Looked like it was going to go down, but no luck. Now we've got Madison Jones in the open court. Rebound inside by Courts, blocked by LaPriest Lynch. And now LaPriest Lynch bringing the ball up. Cross-court pass to Darren Kettner. Kettner's 3 is good, and that will help. Cut the lead to 4 with 1:40 to go. Salem Smiles able to stay in this, and Devin Thomas read that pass and was almost able to come up with it, but now Madison Jones over the top to Basil Evtimov. Here's LaPriest Lynch working against Colton Bishop. Called for the pick and then went the other way. Ball slapped out. It's going to stay with Salem Smiles. We're quickly ticking down to the minute mark here and the end of the first half. So right now both teams still in this. Here's Devin Thomas. And that outside 3 will help for sure. And now we're under a minute in the first half. Here's Madison Jones. Momentarily stopped. Duncan shot rims out, and now here's Devin Thomas on the move, and he leaves Evtimov behind, so he's the biggest man going. Gets to the basket, and there's not many people that will be able to stop Devin Thomas other than Evtimov once he gets that close to the basket. So here's Colton Bishop. Bishop wanted to feed it inside to Evtimov, and Evtimov looks like he was called for the foul inside, and he's not happy about it at all. He's telling the referee. So now we've got a 1-point lead, 15 seconds left to go. Salem Smiles would love to finish this thing off with a bucket. Any bucket will do and give them the lead. And there's Devin Thomas over the top, no good. And now Evtimov with the rebound. Is he going to wait it out, or? So it looks like we got a stoppage with 2.7 left on the clock. So probably going to try to get a last-second shot here, but right now, Blue Chip basketball with the 1-point lead, and we are about to wrap up the first half. Madison Jones shot up and no good, and that wraps up the first half. So we'll be back for the second half right after this. All right, guys, we're back here in action for the second half here at the Triad Pro-Am 2014. Once again, I'm Marcus Shockley with Netcast Sports Network, and you are watching Salem Smiles in the home white take on the Blue Chip Basketball Academy in the away dark blue jerseys. Right now, a 1-point lead for Blue Chip Basketball Academy, but just like that, it's wiped away with a 3-pointer by A.J. Highsmith, and that puts Salem Smiles back up by 2. Here we see a drive by Duncan, Cortez Duncan, and he's going to go to the line. Nope, going to be an inbound under the basket. So I misheard that call. Up over the top to Evtimov. Basil Evtimov, former UNC player. Inside to Alan Jones, current Lenore Ryan player. And Jones doing what he really does best, which is power it to the basket and draw that contact. And that's going to send Alan Jones to the line. Just like that, we are tied up. We've had a tight game for most of the way here tonight. Early on, it looked like Salem Smiles might pull away, but Blue Chip Basketball Academy was able to eat into that lead, and then behind the powerful performance there in the second part of the latter part of the first half by Madison Jones was able to take the lead. They've been back and forth ever since. Rebound there by Basil Evtimov. No look pass up to Madison Jones. Jones keeps the ball, goes up over the top of LaPriest Lynch and scores 45-42 now in favor of Blue Chip Basketball Academy. Now Sam Buckner, number 9, directing traffic and running the point. He wants to go over the top, thinks better of it, gets it over to LaPriest Lynch. Now Lynch is going to go inside to Thomas. Thomas kicks it back out to Buckner, and Buckner finds that open mid-range area and drains the mid-range shot. So 45-42. That's a 3-point lead now. For Blue Chip. And now Jones. And they're going to call him, and I think he hooked on the drive. I think he hooked the defender with his elbow, and they're going to call that. So we're going the other way. Thomas inbounds to Buckner. And we are settling in for a tight second half. Inside to Thomas. Thomas finds Buckner. Buckner not able to score that bucket inside. So we played almost 3 minutes, and we were only separated by 3 points here. Madison Jones loses his footing, but they're going to call LaPriest Lynch for the push, and he can't believe it. He feels like Jones just lost his footing. The referee didn't see it that way. So Cortez Duncan here to inbound the ball. It's over to Kevin Weckworth. Kevin slips under the defender, draws a foul. And he's going to go to the line. And if you were with us in the first half, we talked about the clock. I think they've gotten whatever the situation was straightened out. And my understanding is that the clock should run until the last 2 minutes of the game, or 2 minutes of each half. So even though Kevin Weckworth is at the line here, and his first shot is good, that clock will continue to run until the first 2 minutes, or till the last 2 minutes. And he hits both of those shots, and now Blue Chip with a 5-point lead. A.J. Highsmith, his shooting from outside has helped keep his team close, even though they've lost that big lead they had earlier in the game. Here's Devin Thomas, nice little move up and under from Basil Evtimov. Evtimov has done a really good job battling the younger Thomas and kind of stymieing him, but right there Thomas used his quickness to get underneath the strength of Evtimov and score. And now here's Devin Thomas in the open court, and a dunk by Devin Thomas, the 6'9" junior out of Wake Forest. Throws it down and cuts the lead to 1. Deep outside shot by Weckworth. And that shot was so on it looked like it barely even moved the net. And that pushes the lead back out to 4. So just like that, Blue Chip able to score back inside to Thomas. A little fadeaway shot, and nice move by Devin Thomas. A couple of 2-3 back-to-back plays there by Devin Thomas. Once again, he cuts the lead to 2. So at the end of the first half, we saw a whole lot of a Wake Forest player in Madison Jones getting his team going. And right now, we're seeing Wake Forest player Devin Thomas being the offensive engine that his team needs. Salem Smiles in the home white going against Blue Chip Basketball Academy in the away blues. And there's Thomas, and not able to keep his streak going. That shot is short. He faded away again. And now here's Madison Jones, who just had a spectacular end to the first half. His shot is short, and Thomas now with the rebound. He's really racking up the rebounds and the touches. And Thomas has figured out, it looks like he's kind of figured out something, and that's one of those things is that he's a step quicker than Evtimov, so he wants to get up that court. Even though Evtimov has the size to play against him in the post, Thomas knows if he can beat his defender up the court, he's going to have a good shot at scoring. There's not really a lot of defense for him, and right now, 3-point lead for Blue Chip Basketball, LaPriest Lynch. Nice move inside by Lynch and up and under and score. Really nice first step from LaPriest Lynch. Here's Madison Jones spinning around Lynch, and Lynch is called for the foul, and he is really not happy about that at all. And I have to say he's probably right. That looked like a kind of a touch foul. I'm not sure. You know, I'm not close enough to really see what the call was. Lynch is not happy about it at all. And now there's some discussion. Devin Thomas and Madison Jones talking with the referee. The referee's talking with each other, and ultimately it looks like we have a technical foul. And that's going to, and you know, the thing about this with Summer League is that the clock is still continuing to run while all this is happening. Jones is just waiting right now to get those technical shots and then take his free throws, and then I would assume the Blue Chip would have the ball. So a big opportunity here if they can ever get everything straightened out. And it looks like they've gotten that taken care of. So Madison Jones with his technical free throws, technical foul free throws. I can't quite get it out. And he misses the first one, so kind of a missed opportunity there. But second shot by Madison Jones is good. That stretches the lead out to 2. And now they've actually stopped the clock. And they've started the clock again. So not quite clear. The operator is aware of how this should all be handled. But, you know, this is the first night. There will always be some kinks. Devin Thomas is actually talking with Madison Jones. Two current Wake Forest players. Laughing it off. So after all of that, the ball is staying with Blue Chip Basketball Academy here, but still only a 2-point lead. Here's Colton Bishop. Get over to Jones. Down in the corner to Allen Jones. And Jones, once again, powering inside and getting the bucket. And it's really interesting that Jones is about 6'4", not really a prototypical collegiate power forward, but he shows that he can consistently score even against bigger players and take that contact. And Madison Jones working against Alston Furr, and Jones just beats his man off the dribble, but not able to score inside. And now here's Devin Thomas, and you know he showed earlier he wants to get up the court, and just a nice shot, and he even took some contact, a little running one-hander from Devin Thomas, and we're all tied up at 56. Now here's Evtimov, and he does a little drop step on Devin Thomas, and there's a foul. So Vasil Evtimov, when he played his ball at UNC, I think he went by his nickname Vasco Evtimov. So a lot of UNC fans may not realize you're watching the same player, but yes, that is Vasil Evtimov. Sorry, Vasil, I didn't mean to mess up your name there. Vasil Evtimov. But yes, he's the same player who played at UNC, and I think was on a couple of Final Four teams. Here's A.J. Highsmith. Working. Gets it over to Devin Thomas. Thomas has had a big second half. Gets it back to Highsmith. Highsmith can hit that three. That shot is short, though, and Evtimov with the rebound. Evtimov tried to push it up. Highsmith with the steal and gets it up to Austin Furr, and Austin Furr with the dunk. So now, Salem Smiles has taken that 2-point lead. They've climbed back in, gotten their 2-point lead back that they held earlier in the game. Feed inside to Evtimov. Kicks back outside to court. Shot no good. Darren Kettner with the rebound. Over to Devin Thomas. And that ball is going to be out of bounds and a turnover. 9:25 left to play here in the second half. Triad Pro-Am from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Once again, I am Marcus Shockley with Netcast Sports Network. I hope you'll follow us on Twitter at Netcast Sports. And I also encourage you to go to netcastsports.com and sign up for the mailing list so that you can be notified ahead of time of these sort of games when we're having them, or even replay, and you don't want to miss any of these top-level Pro-Am and AAU action that we have during the summer. And, of course, coming up into the high school season, we'll have some top-level games that you'll want to see. So, feed inside to Evtimov. Good defense there by Devin Thomas, and he ends up coming up with the rebound, and now he's in the open court, but he can't finish, and no foul call, but they're able to get the bucket. Now here's Alan Jones. Working, finds Evtimov, and Evtimov was just unchecked under the basket. Cuts the lead to 1. A.J. Highsmith. Got to Austin Furr. He inside. Here's Highsmith again. I think he was just inside the 3-point line, but good hands there by Evtimov. Battles the ball around, gets it up to Duncan. Duncan goes behind his back. Jones goes behind his back, but I don't think he meant to there. And that time Jones does get a no-look pass because it's Duncan, and then under to Alan Jones, who scores, and that gives Blue Chip a 3-point lead now with 7:42 left to play. And Austin Furr all the way up to Will Koppenhaver. Madison Jones again showing that speed and quickness in the open court. He's really difficult. You can't just swipe at the ball with Madison Jones. He's going to get around you. And there's Devin Thomas. He also looks really quick on his way back, especially being that 6'9" length. Gets right to the bucket, cuts it to 3, and he is probably going to go to the line here. Devin Thomas, a junior at Wake Forest, currently a junior. A lot of local media here for opening night. I don't know if you can see. I see that Channel 2, the CBS affiliate, is down there, and the NBC, local NBC affiliate, is also filming. And I saw a couple of the newspaper writers that I know here covering this, and probably some of which is to see the Wake Forest players, and some of which is to see probably incoming freshmen from Wake Forest. So. Furr in the open court takes a little bit of a bump, and it's going the other way. 2-point lead still for Blue Chip. Six minutes left to go. Blue Chip Basketball Academy with a 2-point lead. Duncan, lucky to not get the charge call there. Now here's Alan Jones, takes a little pick there from Evtimov, but turnover. Austin Furr pushes it up to Devin Thomas. Thomas gets up court again before Evtimov gets back, and that's exactly what Thomas wants to do. Clock continuing to run here. Inbound play. There's Kevin Wentworth working against Darren Kettner. Battle inside, and that's a foul. And looked like Madison Jones really went after the ball. Looked like he may have gotten Will Copenhaver right in the face. So that's going to bring up free throw shooting. Copenhaver. I may be mispronouncing his name, maybe Copenhaver. So Will, if I'm mispronouncing your name, please let me know. We're watching this on replay. And down to Kevin Wentworth, who's going to bring the ball up. Now back to Madison Jones. Inside, now we got a steal by Austin Furr. So right now, with 3.5 left to play, we have a really tight game. 1 point lead for Salem Smiles at this point. And here they've got a chance to capitalize in transition. There's Devin Thomas, and he's been a huge factor in this second half. Looks like we've got a foul call. I'm not sure if that's a shooting foul. I think they're indicating it's a shooting foul. So we've got a stoppage in play here. Once again, you're watching the Triad Pro-Am Summer League 2014. I'd like to remind you that you can follow us on Twitter at Netcast Sports. I am Marcus Sharpley with Netcast Sports Network, and you can also go to netcastsports.com and sign up for the mailing list. Be notified ahead of time of events such as the Triad Pro-Am Summer League and some of the high-level AAU and high school events that are coming up. Some of the PVC events that are coming up. So anything like that that you're interested in, you'll be notified ahead of time. It's a good deal, and you can always know when there are events coming up that you may want to watch, or you can be notified of maybe some replays that you might have missed. You know, that's one of the great things about the internet age and the digital age, is that you don't always have to be there to watch something live. If there was a game you wanted to see, or maybe heard that there was a great game you wanted to catch up on really quickly, especially games like the Pro-Am, where, you know, there's not a lot of media coverage of scores. If you're a Wake Forest fan or UNC, or there's some Winston-Salem State players out here, you know, you may want to see how your favorite team's players look during the summer, and you didn't get a chance to come down here to Winston-Salem, or if you live out, you know, somewhere else, you could, you know, watch it online at your convenience, watch it in replay, watch it on a mobile phone. So it's a great deal. So netcastsports.com, check it out. We are under 2 minutes, and we have a 3-point lead now for Salem Smiles. So we really want to see who's going to come out on top. Salem Smiles with that 3-point lead, but this has been a back-and-forth game all day. Highsmith over to Thomas. Thomas has been huge for his team here in this half. And Evtimov comes out, and Thomas wants to get a step on him, and I think that's a walk. And here's Duncan. drives, shoots over the top, and that's good, and that cuts the lead to 1. Just about a minute to go here. There's Thomas. Ball slapped away by Evtimov, but that's a foul. And the clock continues to run, and I believe it's supposed to stop. Right off about 5 seconds or so there. So Salem Smiles probably doesn't care if they get a shot off, but Thomas goes right at the basket. And I think that Devin Thomas, I don't think that was a poor judgment on his part at all. If you're familiar with college basketball, you may be wondering, why would you do that when you have the lead? But I think Devin Thomas was well aware that they were going to foul him immediately, so he was hoping to get that three-point play. Didn't work out for him, but I think he knew exactly what he was doing in that case. And it works out there. He gets the first or the front end of his 2 shots, so it will benefit him either way, but I don't believe he wanted to wait for them to just foul him on the outside. He was hoping to get that three-point play and maybe put this game away. But effectively, with hitting those 2 free throws now, we have a 3-point lead. And 35 seconds. Here's Basil Evtimov. He's working his Thomas over the top. Evtimov shot no good. Big rebound there by Thomas. And Thomas looking to go up court. Is he going to go back to the bucket? And yes, and he draws the foul again. And here he's got a chance to put it away. So 24.4 seconds left to go. Devin Thomas, once again, going back to the line. 6'9" junior out of Wake Forest, has been the engine for his team here in the second half. Just as Madison Jones was powering his team, Blue Chip Basketball Academy, in the first half, the second half has been the story of Devin Thomas really figuring out how to score. First half, he kind of struggled with the size of Evtimov, so Thomas was able to beat up the court, look for those opportunities, not try to go so much back to the basket, and really took advantage of it. And it's just been huge for his team, and you have to attribute. I mean, both teams played really well here. But right now, I would have to say Devin Thomas has been the difference in the second half. And it's the reason his team is up. But now all of a sudden a steal by Jones. And now Allen Jones inside, blocked by Devin Thomas. 7 seconds left to go and 1-point lead. Allen Jones up over the top. And that shot is good. Are they going to give it to him? They are going to give it to him. And Allen Jones puts his team up by 1. With 3.1 seconds left to go, a high shot off the upper reaches of the backboard. And now Jones has a chance to put his team up by 2. So just a huge steal on the inbounds play, and then just scrappiness by Blue Chip to get after it. Jones shot no good, 3 seconds left to go. Thomas racing up court, 1 second. Last second heave, no good. And just like that, I was sitting there talking about Salem Smiles, would look like they were about to wrap it up. Blue Chip gets it. That's our final for the night, 71-70. Thanks for joining us.